Hi, I'm Terry Less, the Assistant Superintendent of Business Services with Wildlife Schools. I wanted to give you a quick update on our building and site sinking fund renewal and let you know a little bit about the fund and how it works. A building and site sinking fund is the legally required name for this type of fund, but it's not a real intuitive name for what it's for. This is really like an emergency fund or a savings account that you might have for your own home expenses for when repairs become necessary or you need to replace appliances or the various different things that can go wrong in your own household. The Waldwick Consolidated Schools, we have more than 2.4 million square feet of educational space and 755 acres of property. So when you think of your own home and you think about all of the different things that are required to keep that up and to replace things as necessary, and then think about that exponentially for 2.4 million square feet and 755 acres of property. It's valued at nearly $500 million. Our bond funds have taken care of new buildings, additions, major things during the 90s and early 2000s, and we've certainly been grateful for those funds. But bond funds are different and are used for those greater, larger ticket items, where a sinking fund is used for the things on an ongoing basis. And when you think about all of that property and that we have 12,500 students and a host of visitors and staff that are in our buildings every day, it's a lot of wear and tear. Industry standards, in order to maintain your house or our property, if you will, recommend that you invest a minimum of 2% of the building value every year in order to be able to provide the capital improvements and repairs that would be necessary. For our value of property, that would be $9.7 million every year that they would suggest that we put into our buildings. 9.7 million is about 6% of our budget, our general fund operating budget every year. And 85% of our entire budget is spent on people, spent on salaries and benefits for our people. And that's to be expected as we're a service organization. But that only leaves 15% left. And so to spend or dedicate 6% of the remainder, or what's left of that 15, on building improvements and repairs would dramatically would end up taking things away from our classrooms. So even with regular maintenance, as this mentions here, the useful life of things need to be replaced on a regular basis. The sinking fund provides a dedicated source of funding so that we can use it for those needs as they arise. And here's all of the various different things that the sinking fund can be used for, and the different things that are required to be replaced on a regular basis in our buildings. You have probably seen, as you've passed our buildings, lots of pavement, parking lots, building roofs, the things that you can actually see outside, but there's also all these various different things inside that are very costly and need to be replaced on a regular basis, particularly when you're talking about the number of buildings that we have district-wide. This screen provides you with all of our various different buildings. There's a second screen that provides the rest of our buildings. But over the period of time, this is our second renewal. So the original sinking fund went into place in 2004. It was renewed by the community. And it was renewed for 10 years, and this will be the second renewal. We have, over that period of time, have used these funds for nearly 600 projects and have spent $39 million. And you can see that in the various different buildings over that period of time. The advantages of a sinking fund, once again, are that it provides a dedicated source of funds for capital improvements, money that then does not have to come out of our classrooms. It's also a pay-as-you-go program, which means that we're not borrowing. It's not a loan that then has to be paid back. And when you have a loan, you have to pay interest, and that would fall on the taxpayers as well. So this is not a loan. It's money that you can use without interest to pay for all these various various items. A sinking fund does have its restrictions. It cannot be used for any operating expenditures, can't be used for equipment and furnishings, salaries, benefits for any of our employees. In fact, we can't even use our own employees, our own maintenance employees, to do any of the work that the items that you saw there. And so it's strictly for the repair and replacement of all the items that we talked about. The millage is for 0.5 mils. That's what we've had since we started the sinking fund in 2004. It's for a period of 10 years, and it generates roughly $3 million per year for building improvements. So $3 million, if you go back to the beginning of the slide deck, you'll see that I mentioned 9.7 million. So really our needs are much greater than what this funding source provides. But we are just looking to renew it so that we can maintain it and be aware of what our community is able to take on. For a homeowner of a $200,000 home, a home that's valued at approximately $200,000, or a taxable value of $100,000, the cost is $50 per year, and that comes on our July tax bill. Our school district is 100% summer tax, and so you'll see that on your July tax bill. If you have additional questions, please feel free to visit our website, or you can feel free to email us with questions or call with questions as well. Thank you very much.